Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Thank you to everyone that's joining. I'm going to wait because I have people joining from Facebook. But if you're new to my channel, welcome. My name is laquannadivine. And what I like to do on this channel is give spiritual guidance. If you join my channel and you watch one of my generalized monthly readings, I like to give my subscribers tools to help them navigate the month. I have recently um, republished my readings from September 2019. So if you haven't had a chance to check those out, feel free to do so. Readings are timeless. So that means that there may be some messages in there from last year that resonate with you from this year. Give everyone a second. I'm homeschooling little ones, so I kind of have to do things when I get a chance to do them. Well, no one's going to say hi to those of you that are watching. I know your parents taught you manners. Good morning. Go ahead and comment your the card of your choice. Good morning, Misty. Good morning. Thank you for commenting. Going to wait for more people before I get started on everything. And those of you who are still waiting on your relationship reading, I'll be doing those later on today. I'm gonna go ahead and do it on Facebook. So if you're not following my Facebook page, which is Transformation and Healing with Laquana Divine, you might want to go and follow that as well. Good morning, Zen Mind at 30. Good morning. Thank you for commenting. So yeah, going back to the relationship readings, if you commented on my post about that, then I'll be doing those later on today via Facebook. And today's gonna be the last day that I do that. I just wanted everyone to get a chance to get theirs done for those who didn't get theirs done yet. I'm not gonna be able to get to everybody because it was about 50 of y'all who requested it. But to those who joined the live later on Facebook, then I would do theirs. All right. So I don't want to keep you guys waiting anymore. So I'm going to go ahead and start with card number 1. And this is just some simple motivation. You know, it's Monday. A lot of people don't like Mondays. You need a little boost to get you through the week. So that's what I'm here to do. But before we do get into everything, guys, I do like to ground myself. So I'm going to pull out my handy dandy singing bell. And we're going to take a few deep breaths in just to get us grounded. And I just love centering myself. It just breathing, period, really helps us to get grounded. It helps us to connect to our inner selves and, you know, that peace within. All right. I don't know what you all may be dealing with, but you know, when you're going through some times, honey, breathe in that prana, honey. Breathe it in. All right. On the count of 3. 1, 2, and 3. Everyone that's watching, take a deep breath in. 1, 2, and 3. Deep breath in. Hold it for a few seconds and blow that thing out real slow. 1, 2, 3. that feels good. And to all my women out there who have had babies, y'all know how important it is for that breathing, right? That breathing is important, boy. Get you through them contractions, don't it? All right. Let's get into card number one. For those of you who pick card number one, you got the Black Panther, and this card speaks of you following your passion, whatever that may be for you. All right, because whatever your passion is, it can lead you down some beautiful, beautiful pathways to inspire others as well. I'm gonna go ahead and go into that for those of you who picked that. All right. The winding road of your life, with all its twists and turns, expected and unexpected, has brought you to this point. You're faring quite well, yet there's an urgent need that you're feeling in your bones and your soul. The need to express more and more fluently your true self, your inner core. And I was just talking about getting in tune with our inner selves by our breaths. It is so much safer and in some ways easier to deny yourself the fruits of following your true passion. Questions of safety and survival abound by stepping into this total expression of who you truly are. Let them remain as questions, cast them aside, and embrace what turns you on. Once you discover what your true passion is, and you probably already know what it is, by honoring it and living it, all else will be taken care of. All right. So you got some people who have a passion, right? But they may be afraid to follow their passion because it might not line up with um what people feel are societal standards, or it may be for those of you who may be a little younger, all right, who may be in college or anything like that, you may have felt pressured to go along with something that your parents wanted you to do. So this message for those of you who pick card number one is just simply for you to follow your passion because it will lead you down some beautiful, beautiful roads. Okay. It will have you meeting people along the way who can assist you and guide you, and it's just a beautiful thing. So definitely follow your passion. So it goes on to say, does that surprise you or does that challenge you? Trust that your inner yearning is real and express it. If not all at once, then gradually, but express it. Don't worry about how it will look to others. Now remember I just said that. Don't worry about how it will look to others. And don't worry about if anyone else would approve. When it comes to the end of your days, you will be able to say with all sincerity and without reservation that you live your life passionately and in truth. So I don't care for those of you who pick card number one. I don't care what it is. If it's something that you're passionate about, do it. All right, because just like it said, at the end of your days, you want to say that you went out there and you followed your passion. Or let's just say you have a fear of following your passion. You want to say that you conquered that fear and you did whatever it is that you're looking to do. So follow your passion. For those of you who pick card number one, let's move on to card number two. And for those of you who are watching, please hit that thumbs up button for me. The next one is the fox, and it's talking about adaptability. Now, this card, I used this deck last year. As a matter of fact, I was just talking about my readings. No, was that last year? One of my readings, I used this, and this card just kept coming out for every sign. So, for those of you who pick card number two, this is about being able to adapt to the changes. And there's a whole lot of changes that have been going on for quite some time now. So a lot of us have had to adapt to the changes anyway. Um, but let's get into that because for some of you who picked this today, it may be some immediate changes that happen. It could be happening on the job for some of you. It could be happening within your home for some of you. But let's go into that. It's important and necessary to use all of the life skills you learn to not get stuck in any rigid thinking patterns of behavior or familiar emotional traps. And if you find yourself there, to get unstuck as soon as you can. Walk outdoors, do something physical and mindless to shake things up a bit. You have to be flexible right now. Oh no. For some of you that pick card number 2, I feel like for someone out there who picked this card that it will benefit you to do some stretching in the morning. Some of you having some issues with your bones and things and your muscles. When you wake up in the morning, especially if you have heavy Capricorn energy in your chart. Capricorn rules, the ruler of Capricorn is Saturn, and it rules your bones and everything like that. So if you're someone that has heavy Capricorn energy, it would definitely benefit you to stretch every morning, stretch before you go to bed. For those of you who are waking up with you know tense muscles and your bones cracking and everything like that. Yeah, I just felt the need to kind of plug that in there right there. Yeah, so when I seen flexibility, it definitely made me think of that. But there's a need to be flexible and adapt to circumstances rather than trying to make circumstances adapt to you. So those of you who pick card number 2, the changes that you're experiencing, it will be better for you to just go with the flow. Right? Instead of trying to swim against the current, just go with the flow. There are unlimited possibilities as to what will happen next. You can feel much more at ease and unstressed if you allow those possibilities to unfold. Adjust your attitude and actions to agree with them and prepare for your next move by being open and willing to go with it. Stop fighting the way things are or demanding that things change. Life knows what it's doing. Trust that and shift with the continuum, whether it moves slowly or swiftly, and life will be much easier. All right, now, those of you who pick card number 2 may be having a hard time adapting to changes. Also, those of you who pick card number 2 need to, some of you, because I felt the need to say this, need to do some stretching. All right. For those of you who having issues with your bones and things, let's go to number 3. And we have the cougar, which is confidence. For those of you who pick card number 3, Spirit is saying be bold and take charge. All right. So if you're struggling, okay, if you have confidence issues, Spirit is like, no, no, no. It's time to take charge. It's time for you to be bold and stand up. All right. Because for some of you, you may be being called to take the lead in certain areas of your life. The cougar. You're being called to take a role of leadership. And it's natural for certain fears and considerations to surface, such as, will I be seen as arrogant, bullying, or full of myself? Will others listen to me? Will I be challenged? Well, when you're in that state where you have to be bold and be courageous, oh yeah, you may meet some people that got something to say, but guess what? No, none of that matters. It doesn't even matter. So the truth is, it is possible that you might be challenged by whatever you need to stand up for. People may feel like why should they listen to you? It may be some people that feel like, why should they listen to me? But this is why I tell the people who um who are interested in what I have to offer, to take heed to the messages that resonate with you. If it's something that I say and it doesn't resonate with you, then that particular message isn't for you. And take heed to the messages that are for you. And if you are someone that feel like um, you resonate with my spirit, then hey, it is what it is. But let's get back to the message, because it goes on to say that you need to just get over any kind of negative thinking that you may be having about standing up and being confident within yourself in whatever arena it is for you all. It says you need to just get over it. Rise above all things mind made. And there we go. Because that's the tricky part. Our mind, boy, that's the playground right there. So we have to make sure we have our thoughts in check, right? So rise above all these mind made fears and heed the call. Whether you realize it or not, you're a natural leader. And there's no need to diminish the hard earned skills you learn through life lessons just so you can play it safe. Okay? Because a lot of y'all, there are some things, for those of you who pick card number 3, there are some things that Spirit has been ushering you to stand up on. But you may have not been feeling very confident in these areas to stand up and take charge. So Spirit is saying, you have been through certain experiences that have allowed you to gain the wisdom and the knowledge, okay, that Spirit is waiting for you to bestow upon others. So now it's time for you to stand up and be bold and have confidence to move forward with what you've been called to do. So there's no need to diminish the hard earned skills you learned through life lessons just so you can play it safe. What you have to offer is needed right now for those of you who pick card number 3. All right. Mm-mm-mm. So, what you have to offer is needed right now, whether it's with your partner, your family, your community, or the larger world around you. You'll be judged. Count on it. And you need to hear these judgments, yet not allow them to rule you. Because, like I stated earlier, people may have something to say. Hey, I'm a reader. You know how many people who don't even know me, don't know nothing about me, who have judged me? You think I care about that? Because it ain't about them people. It's about me doing what I came here to do, doing what I was called to do. Because at the end of the day, you know what I want to hear? Well done. I want to hear you did that, girl. All right. So I can't be focused on what other people think about me. So that same message applies to you for those of you who pick card number 3. Don't you want to hear well done? Don't you want to get to the other side knowing that although you may have been scared, you was able to feed faith and starve fear and do whatever it was that you've been feeling called to do or moved to do. All right. And this card even coincides to those who pick card number 1, which is follow your passion, going back to the Black Panther card. So those of you who pick card number 3, Spirit is saying it's time to stand up, be bold, take charge, go out there and have confidence in yourself and do what it is that you want to do. Who cares if people judge? People gonna have, y'all already know the saying, people gonna talk about you whether you're doing good or bad. They're gonna have something to say anyway. It don't matter. Bump them people and do what you been wanting to do. All right. So even though you may hear people judging you or have something to say about what you're doing, okay, don't allow other people's opinions to rule you. Y'all think I'll be up here doing what I'm doing if I allow other people's opinions to rule me? No. So y'all need to take heed to the same message, okay? Don't mistake ego-driven stubbornness and willfulness for determination. Listen to the voice of your inner nature and the wisdom gathered from experience to guide your choices. Acknowledge that everyone else has to make their own choices, including their response to you. Remember that effective leaders are good listeners. They know when to follow and when to lead, and when to move forward and when to hold still. All right. Those of you who pick card number 3, that's that message. Let's go to card number 4. Ooh, I love this message. We got horse, which is freedom. You always have a choice. Free will, baby, free will. You got free will. You can choose to we're getting ready to have a full moon, y'all. All right. So when it comes to the cycles of the moon, when you look over your life, from that Pisces new moon we just had on forward to the Virgo full moon that we're getting ready to have on the 17th. If you look at your life, can you say that you have made some significant life changes or made some decisions to change something in your life? Or have you still been doing the same thing? Because with each moon cycle, there's an opportunity to birth something new. Really, every day there's an opportunity to birth something new. But I'm speaking upon the moon cycles because they have such um an effect on us within our lives, just like the moons, the cycles of the moon have effects on the tides of the ocean. We're 75% or more made of water. And I say this all the time. So the planets and the gravitational pulls of everything definitely have an effect on human life. And when it comes to these new moons and these full moons, you're supposed to use these cycles to maximize and to help you manifest things that you want in your life. So there's a full moon coming up in the sign of Virgo, right? A full moon is a time where you should see the harvest of the things that you have planted. Now, you might not see the full harvest, but you may see some things that you started working on or some behaviors that you wanted to change. You may see, wow, okay, I really did cut back on this. Oh, I really am making sure that I stay away from these people who no longer serve me. I am making sure that I set clear boundaries or whatever it may be for you. But it's definitely important to pay attention to the cycles of your life. And then you can look and see, okay, dang, you know what? Well, I've been doing this for such and such amount of years. And this area of my life is stagnant because I haven't been even putting any focus over here to try to change this in my life. So definitely just pay attention to your own personal cycles and the stuff that you see that you do over and over and over again. And if it's something that you want to change, be sure to put effort into changing that. Now, again, going back to the Virgo full moon on the 17th, that will be a time also of releasing, because full moons are also about releasing things, from the past that you don't want to carry into your next cycle. So I just wanted to kind of speak on that a little bit. Um, just to kind of get your mind going and thinking um as to what things that you feel on an individual basis that you want to change in your life. All right. But the last message is the horse, speaking of freedom. And the message says to let go of the illusion that you're somehow a victim. Know that you always have a choice in any and every situation. Take responsibility for the consequences of that choice and stop holding on to any beliefs that you have to somehow suffer through or endure the circumstances of that choice. Once you fully allow this reality, you will automatically shift into experiencing greater control over your life. Now, what was I just talking about? I was just talking about the cycles that we go through. All right. Women, you already know, women that are watching, we have our own, our menstrual cycle. If you want to, if you want to, well, never mind. I'll get into that another time because I have a video on women and our cycles and whether you're a red moon cycle woman or a white moon cycle woman. But I'll get into that in another video. Anyways, you can choose to do whatever you want, to wander about or to stay in place, to go forward, backward, or even sideways, to depend upon or to depend, to be dependent or autonomous, to continue doing what you're presently doing or to alter your course, perhaps to pursue spirit's calling. Your soul has made a choice to incarnate into the body and being the one you are. Once you surrender to that fact, it becomes even more difficult to play the victim, and your ultimate trust in life becomes magnified. You can choose to hear and respond to that inner voice or to quell it and run from it. So choose. Do what makes your soul sing and do it with gusto and passion. So, those of you who pick card number 4, this is all about free will, your choice to choose. Are you going to follow? Going back to card number 1, are you going to follow your passion or what? Are you going to stand up and take charge and be bold and have confidence to move forward and be able to adapt to changes that come? Or are you going to continue to do the same thing over and over and over and expect a different result? All right. At some point, we have to choose to do better, to not play the victim, to take responsibility of our lives. So, with all of that being said, I gotta go because I have children at home that I'm homeschooling, but I hope these messages help you in some kind of way. I hope that it helped you to see, where you can make some changes and motivate you to do better because if we want something different in our lives, can't nobody make that change but us. We have to be the ones to really, really hone in on ourselves and make that decision to really stick with whatever we're doing. So, with all of that being said, peace, love, and light to you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Make sure y'all hit that thumbs up button for me. And like I said earlier, if you commented on my Facebook post about the relationship readings, I am going to do those via Facebook later on. Thank you so much for watching. If you're new and you like what you hear, please subscribe to the channel, join the fam, and I'll catch you guys. Yes. Zen Minded 30. I do one-on-one readings. You can email me at laquannadivine@gmail.com. Actually, everything you need to reach me is in the description box. But I will go ahead and put my email right here. So that way you will know. It's laquannadivine@gmail.com. There you go, Zen Minded. There it is. laquannadivine@gmail.com. Anyone, if you're interested in a private reading, all you have to do is email me. All right. I'll send you my price list. After you choose what option suits you, then I will send you the link to my booking site so that you can book with me. So I hope you all have a wonderful rest of the day. Thank you for hitting that thumbs up for me. And I will catch you guys soon because I have to put my mid-month September monthlies out. And I am going to bunch them together again because I just do not have time to do all 12 videos. Like I said, y'all know, this is what I'm doing. I've had to adapt to the changes of my children being homeschooled. So I don't have the time that I used to have to sit and do all 12 zodiac signs. Whenever I do get the chance to that, then I'll do that. But right now, so when I do my mid months, they will be bunched up by the elements, but I have those out soon. But again, peace, love, and light to you all. Thanks for joining, and I'll catch you guys later. Remember, relationship readings, if you comment on my status, relationship readings will be done later on via Instagram, Transformation and Healing with Laquanna Divine. You guys have a blessed day.